Hi, this is Monica Alford with Wildside Media. I'm inside Legacy Sessions today with 3 of the 2024 RAMMY finalists in individual categories. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I would love for each of you to tell us your name, the restaurant that you are a part of, and what you were nominated for.
My name is Susan Bay from Moon Rabbit. I was nominated for Pastry Chef of the Year.
Hello, everybody. My name is Isabel Cos. I am the pastry chef of Lutèce, and I am the chef of Pascual in Capitol Hill. And this year I'm nominated for Pastry Chef of the Year with great company. I think this class is the best one, if I may say so. And that's it.
Hi, my name is Kojo Itenda Olivier, and I'm from Popal Group. Popal Group, when I understand, is people have a bunch of restaurants, like a 3 restaurant for now. And I'm nominated for Employee of the Year, and I'm here to put everything together.
Wonderful. Cool. Okay, so my first question is actually for our pastry chef finalists. I wanted to know if you could each talk a little bit about, your individual or maybe shared experiences. I know the hospitality scene, like the creative scene, is small, and there's a lot of us know each other. But just what your experience has been embarking in new territory, and whenever you first started at each restaurant, what you wanted to bring to the experience that was maybe something you thought was kind of unprecedented in DC, that would put us on the map as like not only a foodie destination, even more so, but on the pastry side of things, like something that you felt needed to happen and you feel like you brought to the restaurant.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, for me, I'm from Mexico City, so I feel like Latin hospitality is very cool and warm and loud and bright and spicy and like acid. So definitely when I came to DC, I thought like I'm gonna put myself forward the best way I know, in the only way. And I'm not gonna like code it, I'm not gonna like change it. And we're gonna do delicious food and delicious flavors and hope people like it. And so far, I think it has been, it has been great. But yeah, definitely that, I think what I found in DC when I moved is that people could be very genuine, and people's very welcoming to try different cultures and different cuisines that, might as well do it right.
Yeah. Can you tell us about this dish behind us for those of us that are viewing it?
Oh yes,
yeah,
it's so beautiful.
This is one of yours.
It's so beautiful. So this is a dessert. It's a brand new dessert that we just put in Lutèce. Lutèce, it's a French neo bistro by the Popal Group. Oli and I work together, and we focus a lot in seasonality, just as the base and the inspiration, and a way to keep ourselves grounded, and I think it's the best way to reflect where we live. And right now in the market, you can find a lot of anise hyssop and strawberries. So for this dessert, I work with my sous chef, Ana Sofia and Savannah, that are incredible. And it's a anise hyssop panna cotta, like a very soft. At the top, there's like a roasted strawberry juice, some roasted so fresh strawberries. There's some tapioca. There's some for like crunchiness and and texture. There's some fresh anise hyssop too, a little bit of olive oil, vinegar. I like desserts when they're like sweet, but also, they have that acid back here. So I think this dessert is really great for that. It's like cold. So it's DC right now. You want a cold dessert with this
cold
weather of the last
everything.
week. Yeah, so I love it. It looks so good. Thank you for having it
beautiful.
like here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think piggybacking off of what Isabel is saying, we got here, around the same time to
Around
DC,
the same
right?
time. Where did you move from?
I moved from Los Angeles.
What a change.
Right. But yeah, I'm learning that people here are very adventurous and willing to try out different cuisines and culture. I think that's the number one thing that I wanted to showcase in Moon Rabbit in DC. Our heritage and of humble origins is what we like to say, of humble origins, but reimagined, because it can be different for everybody, right? And I think DC is now shifting a little bit and being more open to experiencing, our personal heritages, and I think that's very exciting. So I wanted to, introduce that into DC.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Well, I know we talked about this a little bit before the official interview, but we're talking about revitalization of downtown and Moon Rabbit reopening in that area. Do you have any thoughts on being in that neighborhood and how it's going so far? Or
yeah, it's actually very exciting. We're basically a part of Chinatown, right? And they're revitalizing it now. Kevin's playing a very wonderful role in that, and we consider it an honor and a privilege to be a part of that community, and hope that we could have some influence in the revitalization.
That's wonderful. Cool. Okay, back to the Lutèce team. So how long have you two worked together?
Oh, we worked together for 21 years. Today.
Ollie has been in the company for 21 years.
Wow.
Yes, that's why he's nominated
That's
for
amazing.
Employee of the Year.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Him and I worked together for what, 4 years, Ollie?
4 years, yeah.
3 years, yeah, somewhere around there.
And then, like she said, she knows very well the Papa Group.
Yeah.
The Papa Group, they're very nice people. And when I get here in America, I'm from Africa, West Africa. So when I got here in America, it was my first job.
Yeah.
And I saw people are very nice and they try to help people. So I said, why I'm not going to stay here, help people and work and understand and learn from her. That's what I do, and I try to make my best, put my best on everything. And then today, I'm an employee of the year, 2024, and I'm a kitchen assistant for all 3 restaurants. I think everything will be great and be happy.
The restaurant
Yeah.
was wrong with Ollie. I have a really fun story. When I moved to DC, Moon Rabbit invited us to do an event. And I told Ollie, because Ollie drives around between the restaurants, drops whatever we need, helps us out if we're understaffed, anything we need, Ollie makes it happen. So I was like, Ollie, is there a way you can help me? I need to bring some food to Moon Rabbit, can you help me? And he picked me up in the van. And when I get there, he's fully dressed in his chef coat, ready to go. And I'm like, oh, Ollie, we're not cooking. And he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to be ready for whatever, And I was like, oh, that speaks so loudly of how good of a person, how team player he is. I also think that's one of the things I saw when I started working at the Bhopal Group.
On that time, I do that because in Bhopal Group, sometimes when I just coming from home to work, maybe somebody's busy in the kitchen or they have to go cook somewhere, or there is some order coming for a surprise. So you have to make it.
Yes.
That's why I'm always have my jacket on me, and today I'm
Yeah.
It's always
Looking
ready.
good.
Always come prepared, right?
Always ready.
It's good to be
Always
prepared. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. I love that. Yeah.
I got some photos of Ollie doing crepes in Georgetown right before Lutèce, before when it was Café Bonaparte.
Yeah.
He used to do the crepes every year at the French market outside, and hundreds.
not just in French market just for French market and Georgetown Festival.
Nice.
And Adam's Market too. For Adam's
Morgan,
Market Festival. Yeah,
Yep.
making camp on the street on 18th Street.
Yeah. You get around. So, I was kind of mentioning this earlier about the hospitality scene and the overall creative scene in DC being small. Look at that. We connected all the dots with the three of you, for something when you first moved here. So that was going to be basically my last question, is just asking, especially after being somewhere like LA, coming from Mexico City, which I went to in the fall and I'm obsessed with. I want to go back.
Great
I did
city.
not. Oh my God, so good. But just in general, your different experiences or shared experiences being in DC, why this feels like home, why it feels important to be representing, the food scene in DC, and if you feel like this kind of smaller, more intimate enclave of hospitality professionals, support each other, look out for each other, just sort of what your general thoughts are on that. It could be for the restaurant group in particular, Ollie, for you, obviously you love them if you've been with them for 20 plus years, so if they've, how they became family, or just in general, how you guys feel about, the area.
I've had a wonderful experience here in DC, actually. I think what's special in my personal experience was everybody here in the industry is so lovely. And you know, especially even connecting with other pastry chefs in the city. I feel like in LA it's doable, but it's very quick, right? Here I feel everybody takes time to get to know each other, you know, do these collaborative events together. I would like to say I know more pastry chefs in this city than probably Los Angeles now at this point. But yeah, having that community is really special. I think, especially in our category. Too,
Completely, I agree.
rare.
I feel like all the ones that are on the on this year's class, we're all like friends. We're all checking each other. That's something that I realized when I moved to DC. Like people generally like checks on you, how you're doing, how's it going. You know, is there something I can do to help you out? Like as soon as I moved out to DC, like Paola Bellis was the first one like reaching out, just like, hey, do you need anything?
So nice.
Johnny Sparrow, you know, Rob, everybody, just Angela from, you know, like the amount of, I talk about these names and I'm like, I get excited. The more Raven team reach out, you know, everybody was like, if you ever need anything, I get excited because I do love the people in this industry and I feel everybody is looking out of each other. And I think we all know that we grow together, you know, the better the city is, the more restaurants that are happening, the more food, people's more attracted to it. You know, it's the less you have to, like, you don't have to, like, you work better as a team.
Yeah, there's a sense of support.
Yeah,
right?
completely.
You know, internally and even with the community.
Yeah.
So I think that's very special about DC.
Yeah, and then there's like associations, like the restaurant association. You know, what a small city and still has such a big deal of like an association trying to showcase. Like that doesn't happen in every city. You know, what happens in the city is special.
Yeah. Ali, any final words?
On my, I mean, you know, I'm always trying to do my best to make everything work. So with the group, Papa group, and like she say, she's always nice, and I work with her too at Lutèce and at the Pasqua new restaurant, and then we try to pull everything together again and everything together.
Yeah. Ali, what's your favorite thing to do in DC when you're not working?
My favorite thing to do in DC is to turn around, to see which is the new, which restaurant is making new things, which restaurant is to turn around the restaurant. It's my best thing to do when I'm off.
Cool. Ladies, what about you?
Eat out, eat desserts.
I like that we're staying on
go
food.
eat
This
ice
is
cream.
great.
Yeah, we're gonna
This is
stay on
great.
food.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, I like to eat.
Yeah.
You know, so when I'm not at work, I'm trying to go visit what other friends are doing, and check. You know, try more desserts, try more ice creams. Of course, I like walking through the monuments, and I love biking around DC. But I bike so I can get to another place, you know, and grab a bike.
To work, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy getting out of the city on my days off. I think it's like a reset or a recharge, just to separate from the hustle and bustle. I love DC so much. But it's nice to get away sometimes.
Change of scenery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
change of scenery, come
That's
back
totally
refreshed,
legit.
and then do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you all so much. I'm really excited to party with everyone next weekend.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun.
Thank you
you
so
for being
much.
here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.